Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into a huge topic, the story of how migration has completely reshaped one of the world's most iconic cities. We're going to explore the incredible, complex, and, well, the truly fascinating impact it's had on London.
And you know what? It's really that simple. This single idea, this is the key to unlocking modern London. It explains how it's grown, how it ticks today, and even what its future might look like.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. Think of it like a ripple effect. We're going to start with the first splash. That's the population growth. And then we'll follow those ripples as they spread out through the city's economy, its culture, the challenges it faces, and finally, how on earth London tries to manage it all. So, first things first, we've got to understand the catalyst. The single biggest driver behind London's recent transformation has been its population growth. And that growth is powered by people moving in, both from across the UK and from all corners of the globe. And just so we're all on the same page, when we talk about population growth here, we're talking about the engine of change. It's the starting point for absolutely everything else we're about to get into. And this right here, this is that first big ripple. It's pretty straightforward, right? When you have more people, you simply need more of, well, everything. More houses, more schools, more hospitals, more trains to ride. This growth literally reshapes the physical city right before our eyes. Okay, so now let's follow that ripple into some of the really positive stuff. Because this growth isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about the people, the skills, and the incredible energy they bring with them, which have helped make London the cultural and economic powerhouse it is today. From an economic standpoint, the impact is, well, it's huge. Migrants aren't just part of London's economy. You could argue they're its lifeblood. They show up with this incredible range of skills and a real entrepreneurial fire, filling jobs that need filling and kickstarting new businesses that fuel the whole city's growth. And look, this isn't some abstract idea. We see it everywhere. We're talking about the people who staff our hospitals, the ones building the city's newest skyscrapers, the ones powering its amazing restaurants and hotels, and the ones providing that expert talent that keeps London a top global financial hub. It's truly woven into the day-to-day fabric of the city. And then, of course, there's the part you can feel just by walking down the street, the city's cultural heartbeat. Migration has gifted London this unbelievably rich mix of languages, foods, music, you name it. It creates this vibrant, buzzing atmosphere and gives different neighborhoods their own unique, amazing character. Honestly, it's what makes London, well, London. But it's never that simple, is it? Anytime you have this much rapid change, you're going to get some complex ripples too, some real challenges the city has to figure out. And this is where we get into the city's growing pains. And this is where things get really fascinating. There's this tension at the heart of it all. As we just saw, migrants are absolutely vital for filling jobs in places like healthcare and construction. But at the exact same time, a bigger population puts more pressure on those very same things, like getting a doctor's appointment or finding an affordable place to live. It's a genuine paradox. So where does that pressure really build up? Well, it's in the things we all rely on. Housing is the one we hear about all the time, of course, but the strain on healthcare services and on finding school places for kids is just as real. These are the practical, day-to-day challenges that come with a booming population. It's also amazing how this growth literally draws the map of London. You see, it often starts with new arrivals settling near each other. Over time, these areas can blossom into these incredible cultural hubs. This process doesn't just create the unique character of different neighborhoods, it can actually kickstart the regeneration of whole parts of the city. And of course, all these people, all this activity, it puts a huge strain on the very bones of the city, its infrastructure. Just think about it. More people means more crowded tube journeys, more people using parks and libraries, and a bigger need for community services across the board. Just keeping up is a constant battle. All right, so that brings us to the big question. With all these amazing benefits and these very real challenges, what does a city actually do about it? This right here is London's great balancing act. As you can imagine, all this sparks some major debates. You've got the big national level conversations about immigration rules, but just as important are the local level efforts, which are all about figuring out how to build a real sense of community and make sure everyone feels like they belong. And really, if you look at what city authorities are trying to do, it comes down to this idea. The goal isn't to stop change, it's to manage it in a way that promotes balanced and inclusive growth for all. They're searching for that sweet spot, harnessing all that positive energy while making sure the city still works for every single person who calls it home. Which really leaves all of us with this massive question. And it's not just a question for London, it's for growing cities all over the world. How do you balance that incredible, vibrant energy that migration brings with the very real practical needs of the people who live there? There's no easy answer, but it's something we all need to be thinking about. Thanks so much for joining me.